because I added that
So
new shelf, and I'm pretty sure that added like a few pounds of weight. So fingers crossed. But as I'm activating this, what happened last time?
Well, Alex not here this time, is he?
Nope. Yeah. Oh, something's.
Yes, the noise is back. The demons, they've arisen.
Oh
Let's see. I believe it started with Dahlia mentioning an pot. That's the first thing I've mentioned, at least.
Sorry, I was checking my wires. Say that again.
Oh, you're good. I was saying, the first thing I have written down is Dahlia has an ink pot.
Yes, Dahlia, on her solo adventure, totally solo, was not accompanied by anyone at all. Nope. On her entirely solo adventure, she did manage to find a couple of interesting items. Not find, procure a couple of interesting items.
Then he puts the
one is... Yeah, no, yeah, shoot, yeah, totally alone. Theo Ren, by the way.
Yeah, I realized after I said it.
She acquired an ink pot, which has one of the Cinder Spawn in it, on your guys' side. So, it's a one-time use summon, so to speak. A summon that summons smaller summons. So use it wisely. Or it would be the best, like, bait for, like, a trap. Because it's like an ooze, and it has a lot of hit points. I digress, though. She also found an interesting effigy, an icon, about the size of a trophy, or like a tall like beer stein. Interesting in its shape and dimensions, and according to the only person that could roll on it, which is Mina, it's something from the Perenzi Confederacy. Likely some object that was not originally its purple coloration. It was probably a different color before, but it has a demon trapped inside of it. Let it be known, the one Dahlia has is not the actual icon, it is a replica of it, given to her by her Newman.
He's not just carrying a demon.
You guys do not have a cursed demon object in your possession. You have a picture of a cursed demon object in your possession.
And also a doll, which I don't think is demon, but it is cursed. And an ink pot, which is something else.
For context, where does this happen? Because I feel like I missed more than
this is this was at the guardsman part of the refugee camp.
Okay, thank you.
So this was still back in Kravos.
One thing I did mention last session, because I didn't have it ready and I still don't, but is notable, is Dahlia is wearing like some kind of charm wrapped around her arm. Like it's some kind of... I just have it in my inventory as a curio that she procured while on her one-on-one, her totally solo adventure. I don't know what it looks like yet, but it is something that's probably going to be around her arm. It's just like a little trinket thing that she has, and it looks handmade. If asked about it, it's from her tribe, and she's not ready to talk about it.
It's from home? Shut up! Yeah. Let's see. Dahlia input. We attempt to, before we head out on our little adventure, talk to Theron to convince him to try and help us. Basically, trying to get anyone and everyone we can to help with the Irina situation.
Question.
Yeah. He does. He provides some insight of basically hold her name, or hold her memory at the very least, in your heart while you're searching, to try and help with that. One small thing to note is when we were talking to him about it, he does freeze up for a moment and seemingly look off in a specific direction. But most of us can't fully determine what it is. I think fucking Falk has the best time with it. And no, Falk and Dahlia both kind of interpret what he's about in that moment, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, he was just looking. Just looking. Looking off and away. Whoa.
And I guess that's it. Yeah, and then... Oh, yeah, we don't leave just yet, because the Ashborn show up and give us a number of gifts. Grover insists that it is... The term gift should be used loosely. And then...
He gave something worse than a gift. He gave a lesson.
Yes. And Shroud popped in and was like, well, mine's a gift. And it's like, you know what? Fucking love you, Shroud. Shroud gave Jin a calligraphy set.
Yep.
Oop, my laundry went off. Comedian gave Caradoc, I believe it was runes?
It was a singular rune script.
Rune script.
Ooh.
Etched
Yes.
on wood. It is the Wunyo script.
Right.
You're not gonna find anything like that in 5e. Haha, game design.
Teehee.
It is an activatable item. When you activate it, it will set your strength score equal to your con. It'll last 1 hour. Use it wisely.
Oh, that's rad.
I guess if you're ever in a situation, I don't know when this would fucking happen, but if you're ever in a situation where your con score is lower than your strength, it would set your con to your strength as opposed to the other way around. I know what your strength and con score are, though, so that's immensely unlikely.
Yeah.
Your strength is like less than half of your con score, but in the odd chance that it does happen, that is also an effect. It just takes the higher of the two and sets the lower one equal to the higher one.
If you get like an Uno reverse card on your stats, that's like, well, I fucking rune. Eat shit.
Yeah, it's like if you get hit by some monster that like steals 19 of your con, I don't fucking know, then yeah, it'll be relevant then. I say this as someone that doesn't have anything like that planned, so I don't know where the fuck you guys would encounter that. Never say never.
Never say never. It can happen.
We can't.
Grover gave Dahlia a tiny rainbow dahlia, like the actual flower.
Is it tiny or is it just regular size?
It's just a regular size one.
I think I wrote tiny rainbow dahlia because initially I was dumb and thought that like actual like little doll of Dahlia, and I forgot Dahlia is a fucking flower. So then after that I have it in parentheses flower. And it's like, oh, that makes a lot more sense considering, you know, everyone that's involved in this interaction.
She wears it on her ear.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
that's
tucked
where you
in.
decided.
Or no, tucked into her into her neck bandages.
Nick bandages.
Eh.
Yeah. Apparently it's rather self-sustaining. As long as you throw it into a fire, it'll probably be fine for most adventuring things.
It needs water and sun as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
As most things do. A little bit of water, a little bit of sunlight. During this, Nova definitely doesn't interact with Badger at all, and definitely doesn't give him like a sending stone or something like that. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Nothing like that at all.
Nothing
Oh,
like
that's crazy.
that at all.
So now that
you canonically got her number.
you fucking did,
in
honestly.
Badger's inventory is Nova's number.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. As they're about to make their leave, it is mentioned the what's his name? Prophet. There we go. I know it in my heart. The Prophet is brought up, and it's just like, have you got new orders? And Nova's like, no. And as she's saying no, he just appears behind her.
Yeah, he has a way of doing that.
Yeah, it's as if he can see the future and knows comedic timing.
Life is a comedy.
Yeah, and he's here for the tragedy. But yes, he pops up. We all got a quick glimpse of that. Some interactions happen there.
I'll show you what the Prophet looks like. So
Yeah.
that weren't here.
In general, creepy vibe. But is willing to let Nova kind of make her own decisions, as long as you're not late for your shows.
Yeah, she has a show to work with her friend.
Rip.
Just
Right.
right.
It's
Who could be dead,
that
I
is
don't
a
know.
look.
It is a good look.
It is indeed a look.
Purity seals, my beloved.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you actually see what he looks like in combat gear.
God, if we ever see Prophet in a fight, something's gone wrong.
The only time I could see is like the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
Like, that's honestly the only time I could possibly foresee at this current point. But that aside, but yeah, he does give his recall order back to Nova, to her heaving chagrin.
Yeah. I believe after that, we end up taking... There were some small talks. Jen asked Grover about some plant, Srotany-based things, and Grover doesn't think that's really applicable to the moment because of different things. It's like, okay, that makes sense. Falk visits Dell, returns his flask, and talks about... I'll be frank, I didn't really write it down. I don't entirely know what that conversation was about, but...
They spoke about what Dell's, and I guess in some way, the party's future is going to be. Because Dell remarks, as he did, I guess, one night ago, at this point, a Mr. O'Shanes, who is a crime boss, a syndicate boss at this point, that was in Velcaster, relocated to Valtonio, and was 100% working with the guards of Valtonio. It'd be like the closest to seeing the NYPD and the Mafia work together. Usually there is something big if the Mafia is helping the cops, right? There's something big happening behind the scenes. So he's probably set in pretty well. And Dell's like, could find some jobs there. Not him, but you guys. He's gonna go back on a more honest lifestyle. As honest as his lifestyle as a trainer was. But he does remark that the Ventura League does have a lot of some legal, some look the other way, blood sports. So he thinks his resume will be in high demand, relatively. But he does talk to Falk about Arnie and where Arnie's gonna go. Like they're mates, right? They're friends. But none of them are so needy or I guess needy is the end all be all on that. None of them are so needy that they need the other one in their life constantly. So, and he also does say Arnie does seem to have grown as a person.
Just an apocalyptic event.
Tends to bring out the best and worst in people. So that's what they conversed over.
Appreciate that. Ooh, that's the notes about Dahlia's token. I think from there we head out of town. Going towards what remain the fucking glassed playground of Valtonio. Or no, Velcaster? Right? Yes.
Velcaster, although Valtonio did get hit as well.
Yeah. Velcaster specifically, because that's where we believe whatever remnants of Irina could be around are around. On the way there, did other people do anything? I remember what Jin did, but I can't remember what other people did.
No other people.
That was when Dahlia brought up the cursed thing.
Oh, right, that's what it
the icon to Mina, yeah.
Yeah.
Saving that for after we left town was a good idea.
Probably.
Fucking Diglett pops out of the ground. I'm sorry, what?
But you did something to know is you did get some confirmation that you won't be assailed by your would-be hunter, at least for the interim.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have some breathing room from more nighttime ink ambushes. Actually, no more ink ambushes at all. Ambushes still possible. Ink ones, none.
Yeah, I've got the last of his supply with us on our side.
Get the
correct. I don't recall if Falk did anything.
I thought he did. I don't remember what, but I remember him doing something.
I think he might have done something light, like talk with Mina and Eva and stuff like that. But
yeah. We don't need to force ourselves to try and remember it. I don't think he did anything that was drastically mandated. Or else we probably remember it.
There was that thing with Riza that was retroactively done.
Yes, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that
when in chronological.
Okay.
Chronological, ironically, puts the thing that should be happening now in the future.
Chronologically in session time, I said.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear the session part.
So is there a connection between the blobs and this effigy? It's a picture of a thing? Demon thing?
Oh, No.
It's more like a trophy. Here, I'll describe it really fast. I'm gonna need some drawing space. Give me a second. Here, we'll go to this map of the goblin camp. This is. I don't remember why I drew this for you.
Refuse pit.
Spiders times 3.
Yeah. So the icon, the trophy, looks from the side. It would look like this, and then there's some pieces that go like that, and then like this. From the top, it would look like this. For the prongs, it is 8-pointed, and then a base, as you can see here. It stands about a foot tall, few pounds. It is made of some sleek, almost glassy or stone-like material. Purple in coloration. No icons. Nothing. No imagery or anything on it.
That's kind of creepy.
And this is, again, only a replica
Yeah.
of the actual one, not the actual one in question.
And if we are to believe what L'Autre says about it, while it was present, well, it was the replica itself was given to Dahlia by her Newman, and it was present in her tribe. It is not from her Newman, like the actual cursed item. It is from another presence that L'Autre thinks is evil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the blobs, if you're talking about the center spawn, those ink dudes,
Yes.
that is from her tribe. It was confirmed that it was Dahlia's uncle that sent them, and the uncle did not have, or does not have the Newman, it's the Medusa Darkwood, does not have its blessing, so to speak, to use it against Dahlia in this manner. So
It is a brutal god, but it is a fair one.
Mm-hmm. So now he doesn't even have those. We have one that's on our side to even out the scales, thanks to some trickster.
Right. He kind of like stolen technology, and the god's like, no, fine, you get one because you got screwed over by this.
That's what Ted's argument was.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I understand. Thanks.
So, aside from the thing we'll retroactively get to, what happened during your guys' stint, your trek out? En masse. Like, there's a lot of you, so there's no roles necessary for security reasons.
Yeah.
Will be the unfortunate fool that tries to jump... Oh, I forgot to put one more token on this. The Ventori Plague Agents. They help you guys as well. Yeah, woe be to the guy that tries to jump your guys' encampment. It'd be pick your poison. Deaf,
literally and figuratively.
Deaf, violent deaf, clinical deaf, Mother's Fury deaf. You won't realize you're dead. She laughs at you while you die.
Laughs at you?
Yeah, makes detail there.
Yeah, buy that.
So, I remember what Jin did. Jin went to talk to Tal, and I guess as well Riza. It was directed towards Tal, but it's like, yeah, sure, she's in the conversation, she's in the place, why not? Basically just trying to figure, hey, you use massive fuck-off weapons, is there any way you could assist me in figuring out how to do that for myself? And long and short of it was, not really. He specifically can't help with that, because the way he does it is not a way that Jin could apply. Unless Jin was willing to do insane levels of drugs, which would probably kill him rather than get the results he wants, so...
Probably.
Yeah. So that conversation didn't 100% go how we wanted, but then it spawned into a different conversation of... Would Tal make the choices he did to get to the same point he is in life, even if it meant not knowing at all who he was? And then he rolled Sanity, and got a 0.
Yeah, he rolled a 3 minus 3. Yeah, 0.
Bad time. So Riza stepped in and made sure he didn't fucking kill Jin on the spot.
Yeah, it was,
Oof.
Rough.
There's a reason you find Tal and Riza together all the time.
He can't be
Just in
trusted to be
case.
by himself. Except by himself. If he's off murdering, which is what Riza offered for him to go and do, he's fine to be by himself. Probably. Spoiler alert, he didn't end up finding anything to murder, so he kind of was just very disappointed.
Bloodlust Blue Bold.
As he took his leave, Jin did talk to Riza a bit. Kind of got a little more insight on them. Very, very interesting people. Very fleshed out, or not fleshed out. Very full life so far. Because she doesn't look that old, but she talks with the wisdom of someone far older. She does give him a direction. I think a couple different options. She says to probably talk to Anvil. He seems the type to just be willing to assist with things out of the kind of goodness of his heart. As well as he...
You.
Yeah, I know, right? Cringe. Yeah, it just seems a general good person. Also in the direction that Jin was kind of asking about, of big weapons, big smack. She also mentioned a place in Eulonia. Let's see, I did write it down somewhere. Oh god. No! Paxrelia? Yeah, Paxrelia. In the northwest section, not just before. Pretty close to Ryusen.
This orange one here.
Pretty far off our beaten path, so it's like, that one's gonna be on hold.
This territory here is a lot of open plains. It's like the Midwest. Oof. Unfortunate.
Cowboys.
Home of the House of Snapdragon.
Exactly. So I'm guessing you have
Indeed.
all that written down.
Yes, I do.
Nice.
As he deserves to have.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for his reason.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. It's she kind of postulates that, like, apparently there's some legends of him beating dragons, working with dragons, having strength dragons, things involving dragons, and it's just like, that might be beneficial to you, or it might be the entire opposite, as they want to crush your bones. So it's like, guess we'll find out. Yeah. So that was her advice to him. Jin took his leave, and after that, I think we got to our destination. One of them, at least.
Indeed. Yes, touchdown in Velcaster. You can't dig more than 2 feet into the ground at any given point. Because digging 2 feet down, 2 feet's worth of not dirt nor soil, 2 feet's worth of ash. Digging more than 2 feet down, you encounter a glassy surface. Yeah, the Newman went all out. There was no surviving it. And it didn't just get central Velcaster. Right, that's where you guys had your stints. It also destroyed southern Velcaster and a good chunk of northern Velcaster, aka Valtonia. And the reason it didn't destroy all of Valtonia was because of Ventorian intervention, but I digress. So that is an entire city leveled flat. And it's like walking in snow. So it was not just you're gonna walk through the place. Not that there was any plans of walking through the place. I made a comprehensive list, which still had some missing points here and there. A comprehensive list of every single named NPC you guys met that is willing to help. And they are all populated on the screen currently. Badger did call Nova to come and help, but his call was intercepted by her dad, Prophet. So,
Ups.
who in a clinical way did basically ask, "What are your intentions?" I gave a good enough answer, right? Good enough that Nova showed up. So some people had multiple roles, either because they have knowledge of nature, because they have speed, or they have quantity. One of those factors. So Tal and Nova, they got 5. Nova is pure speed, Tal is some mix of speed and knowledge of nature. Glendon Rangers got a few roles because they are numerous and knowledgeable of nature, so on and so forth. Across the board, the initial number we started at was 69, which was a very haha funny number. When people start busting out the exhaustions to get one additional roll, I don't even know what the number is. I would reckon probably around 120. 120 D1000 rolls. Not a single one of them was a nat 1. Not a single one. The closest one was by Eva at a natural 8 on a D1000.
Ooh.
Now, we had some chicanery happen last session. Whoa, Crash, what if this? And I'm like, and I don't consider any point of last session of DM fiat. You know, you guys succeed because I let you succeed or any of that shit. No, I think it was genuine expenditure of resources and fair case arguments, which cuts to our retroactive points. What are the nights preceding you guys getting to Velcaster, which took about 5 or 6 days from Kravos out there. 6 days, if I'm recalling correctly. 3 days across the entire Ashy Plateau it is now. Which I think I did change the count on that still. I digress, though. Oh, no, I did change it. Anyways. Riza bumped into Falk. And she gave him the do what you want with it suggestion of maybe you should give the sample of Irina over to Eva. And didn't elaborate at all on that, as she always doesn't do. Because whoever holds the sample of Irina got to go plus or minus on the roll result. I had Alec roll me 1d6 a couple weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
D6 or D8?
My bad, D8. He rolled a 6. A D8 because that is a Druid's hit die. Which is what Irina is closely based off of. Druidic stuff. He rolled a 6, which means any roll he did, or Irina did, because she technically was helping with her own roll to find herself in some spiritual journey sort of way, I don't fucking know, got a plus or minus 6 range. But Crash, even if Falk gave the sample to Eva, plus or minus 6 from 8 is still at best 2. You're right. That's why he busted out the dreams and expectations to reroll the D8, and he rerolled it into an 8. So 8 plus or minus.
She just makes it a 16.
Allows, yeah, it just makes it 16. It only goes one direction now.
Fuck you.
It'll allow Eva to get to the natural one you guys are seeking, which means I have some reformatting of storylines to do, because you guys do have an Irina. As you might have been able to foresee because she was on the title card, which I probably should have hit it, but oh well. But that wasn't the end of session.
Damn.
Nope. Yeah, so I think in total, yeah, like 120 fucking rolls. Some of them are like, there are some like repeat numbers. I think there was like a few of them, which was basically taunting us. It's like, you know, the chances of rolling the same number twice on D1000 is like 1 in like
yeah, it was like
million,
50 something.
It was like 27 and 58. We had like 3 of them.
Yeah, it's just it's like oh, it's like a 1 in a million chance. But you know, a natural one's only 1 in 1,000, right?
Yeah. If it was like 630 popping up repeatedly, I wouldn't be that mad. But it's like it was in the double digits.
Yeah, I think like of like the first 69 we did, 3/4 of them were only double digits, or were double digits on a D1000 scale, right? Right, so like that is insane statistically.
Like a 9% chance,
something like that. But yeah, that wasn't the end of session though. Irina reacquired. What happened afterwards?
Afterwards was all of us coming to terms with, God, we're literally exhausted.
Yeah. I didn't mark down. I think I marked down only 1 exhaustion for Caradoc, and for Roma I didn't mark down any. Some people went for broke, like Falk, who went to the very fucking cusp of nearly dying at 5 exhaustions. Some people went halfway. So did Mina. Some people went halfway at 3 or 2s and stuff like that. Some people, like Tal, had the ability to just restore levels of exhaustion, which you guys got to talk with Tal as he sort of questioned what is the point of all of this. Which was a bit offensive to Falk, but when you guys told Tal, like, hey, this is why we think there's a chance here, like, the reason why is we're trying to find Irina because we care about her, but here's why we think it's actually possible. You guys got a little insight into Tal.
And also a little insight into Nova, who because Jin rolled a natural 20, seem to be prodding specifically because she knows things about him.
Yep.
Very strange.
No,
But
no
also
stuff on
with-
Tao, and Tao seems to recognize Grover.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. But
that's.
didn't think it was the time to mention that, because it might just
Maybe
spiral
not.
Tao off a different path entirely. It's like, we need to manipulate him a little bit more to get our own benefits here. Hold on.
Ariza was nearby with her whip ready to neutralize him
handle
as
it.
needed.
But she
Nice.
also did roll sanity
That is-
again.
that is how
and
Ariza
roll-
does neutralize him. She encapsulates him in water and just sort of like hums to him to calm him down.
But she also rolled sanity again in those instances and rolled actually pretty fucking good. So
Yeah.
didn't need it, thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, talked to him. Had after collecting the sample, thank you, Eva. We had a visitor in the form of, what's the fucker's name again? Conrad. There we go.
Conrad. Yes, sir.
Conrad just hot dropping a deer in front of us. With, you need biomass, right? I was like, fuck.
Yeah. People
Like,
are
well-
talking about getting a feast rolling, but there's no food around in the glass region. It's just
Right.
ash.
So him
Yeah.
and Nimble went on a bit of a hunting spree. A lot of food.
Boars travel in packs. Easy picking.
They do.
Did what?
Pet travel in packs.
Oh, he's saying they do. Oh, I thought he said, did you?
I do travel in packs, yeah. I split like my toasters and travel. Safety members. Only one passes through Skid Row, though.
Small thing, because the bias memory. Jin rolled I think it was like survival or something like that on the deer as it was being gutted by Dahlia, who was a bit too invested in the process.
She's
Leave me alone.
Never.
And she was hungry.
She was hungry. Chin noticed, like, wow, that's a really clean shot. Straight through the neck. Wait a second, that looks
Seems to go.
familiar.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Trading some knowing glances with Eva, because Conrad was working with Nimble. Nimble works with Eva. This shot looks familiar. Hey, what happened in that camp with fucking Roma? Hold on. She didn't confirm it, but she does say the Emperor provides. So it's like, you know.
Praise be.
I think after that, we all kind of started settling down for the night, with the
yeah.
body of the deer occasionally moving as Irina starts taking form once more.
Conrad did stop by to have a little chit chat with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing crazy, just some small
Casual
talk from
conversation.
one traveler, one set of weary travelers to another.
Completely innocent, not notable, weary traveler.
Yeah, he's totally normal. Listen, he's just checking on his pupil before she goes off to some godforsaken land like Eulonia. To make it perfectly clear to all of you that are still a little lost, Conrad is a blackbird, which is to say the spook of the spooks of the Empire. He doesn't look like a spook, does he? That's sort of
The
the
point.
point.
He's a
But
feller.
he was able to out-stealth Shroud. So that gives you some idea of how to say this. There are some spooks that are meant to be spooky in general. There are some spooks which are meant to be counter-espionage to other spooks. The Blackbirds have that in their skill set. So it's just about knowing your target. So that's Conrad for you guys. Don't worry, he's on your side. For now.
Yeah.
Sip emoji. But yeah, everyone was happy that these boars turned up. Some celebratory feasting is about to be had. Yes, sir. This will probably be your last chance seeing 90% of the screen here for a while. Irene isn't that number. No, just kidding. We crashed. We just got her back though. Obviously,
She
you
changed
guys
back
will
from
be-
deer. It's like, I think we need to see other people.
You guys will be traveling with Anvil, Aunt Liz, and Francis. Theorin, Ted, as you guys might know him, is not present. Nova had to go back as soon as she helped you guys, so she's also not here. Everyone else I think is here. Well, I guess Electrovuians don't ever see Electrovuians. Get rid of them. I think that's everyone. Yeah. I guess the plague agents would have been sent back now that their systems no longer needed. Actually, they would save the night. Why travel now of all times when you're exhausted? Which let me know they also put in some exhaustion to find Arena at Riza's behest, which she is a bishop, so you can't just say no. Worst of all, she's Riza. You can't just say no.
I think the Rangers also did, but we paid them.
Oh yeah, you guys fucking paid them. Yeah.
They're like, we're not that devoted. Give us some money.
We're not that devoted to your girlfriend situation, but investment. Investment though.
Capital.
Cecil also put in 5. Or no, did he put in 5? He put in a lie because you guys did save his life, so he also put in his own efforts. But yeah, I think that's about it.
A very thorough recap.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're missing.
Appreciate
we're missing people last session, so. Let's do Oriole's Ascension. It's been a while since you used that. I love me some Ascension.
I'm just on my way back to my desk, so this is fortuitous timing.
Well, do this.
5 hours because you. We're not starting because you're coming back. It was just coincidence.
Oh.